After a good night's rest, we wake here at Shank Shovel in Caldera, which is becoming a second home to us, and is much more comfortable than our barracks room over at the Fighters Guild in Balmora. Speaking of which, we should make it there today. We're going to head over to the Mages Guild to speak with the travel agent. But before we head back to Balmora to speak with Caius about our Ashlander and Nervrian cult findings, after speaking with Zane Zubani, first we're going to Vivek to run an errand for Edwina over at the Alderun Mages Guild. And while we're at the Mages Guild, I'm curious to see whether or not Sosha has shown up there as an actual member of the guild.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
Good morning, madam. I am actually just looking for someone.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I've not been here before. Oh, that's it. I expected someone to be here, and I expected to maybe see what was making the green smoke coming out of the chimneys. Looks like someone is busy doing alchemy. Ooh, with a full Master's Alchemy Kit. Well, I don't want to disturb their experiments. So, no Sosha there. Excuse me, sir. Wonder if I should look for spells while I'm here. Okay, you are the travel agent. I am Amelia Daronia, Guild Guide. Okay. I wonder if anybody has any spells I would be interested in purchasing. Maybe not. You do not spells. You do not barter spells.
Hail and welcome. Do you have any news?
Greetings, madam. I'm looking for some interesting spells. Ooh, summon Flame Atronach. I hardly think I could cast that at this point. Fenric's Door Jam. Yes, please. Finally, in my lock spell, I can lock my things up. And Bound Helm and Gauntlets. I'm going to collect those anyway, so I might as well just pick them up. Armor Eater. That sounds interesting. And it's cheap. And Weapon Eater, too. Alright, those are cheap. And that'll do it before I blow all my money. Thank you, madam. Now, to talk to the guild guide, go to Vivek and run this errand for Edwina. Vivek, please.
How can I help you?
Hopefully I can remember. Good morning. Flacasia. Hopefully I can remember how to get out of here. I believe it's just down, around, and then out. In the maze of Vivek. Yes, I think this is it. Now I need to go to Yabasha's bookstore to see if he has a copy of the Chronicles of Engeleft. So he is in the lower wasteworks, I believe. So we need to go down. Upper wasteworks, I think we can get to lower from upper. If memory serves anyway, I think we can. We need to go down. And down. Lower wasteworks, yes. And Yobasha was, yes, directly across from the Shulk Corner Club. So, he is down the end of this hall, if memory serves. And it does. Now, hopefully he has a copy of this book. Oh, hello, Hull.
Ours is to ask,
What does this visitor want?
I'm just here to buy a book. Believe it or not.
Go on about your business.
I would if you would get out of my way, kindly. Alright. Yo, Basha.
Khajiit has no words for you.
Oh, what if I have some coins for you? Assuming you have the Chronicles of Engeleft. Yes, Yobasha knows the Chronicles of Engeleft. Perhaps Yobasha has a copy. Perhaps he does. Maybe H. Chronicles of Engeleft. 268. That's pricey. And we're going to be encumbered. That's fine. Because we have our belt of orc strength. Thank you very much. Now I'm curious if I can read this book. It might be... Where are we? Here it is. This is a chronicle of events of the historical significance to the Dwemer freehold colony of Engeleft. The text was probably recorded by an Altmer, for it is written in Aldmeris. Okay, so this is a translation. The death of Lord Ilhendam. It happened in second planting that Lord Ilhendam, on a journey in the western uplands, came to Engeleft, and Protector Ankard and General Rukenthank met him there, and Dalen Zanchu also came to the meeting. They talked together long by themselves, but this only was known of their business, that they were to be friends of each other. They parted, and each went home to his own colony. Bluthank and her sons came to hear of this meeting, and saw in this secret meeting a treasonable plot against the councils, and they often talked of this among themselves. When spring came, the councils proclaimed, as usual, a council meet in the halls of Bam's Amchend. The people accordingly assembled, hand-fasted with ale and song, drinking bravely, and much and many things were talked over at the drink table, and among other things were comparisons between different Dwemer, and at last among the councillors themselves. One said that Lord Islandam excelled his fellow councillors by far in every way. At this, Councillor Bluthanch was very angry, and said that she was in no way less than Lord Islandam, and that she was eager to prove it. Instantly, both parties were so inflamed that they challenged each other into battle, and ran to their arms. But some citizens who were less drunk and more understanding came between them and quieted them, and each went back to his colony. But nobody expected that they would ever meet in peace again together. But then in the fall, Lord Islandam received a message from Councillor Bluthanch inviting him to a parley at Hendor Stardom's, and all Islandham's kin and citizens strongly urged him not to come, fearing treachery. But Lord Islandam would not listen to counsel, not even to carrying with him his honor guard. And sadly it came to pass that, while traveling to Hendor Stardom's, in Chinzinch Pass, a host of foul creatures set upon Lord Islandam and killed him, and all of his party. And many citizens said thereafter that Bluthanch and her sons had conjured these beasts and set them upon Lord Idamham, but nothing was proven. Lord Idamham lies buried at a place called Leftunch. Interesting. So now, let us run back to the guild guide and travel back to Aldrin, to Edwina, and deliver this book. And it's funny that Engeleft is the topic of Edwina's research, since we've helped Hasvat and Dolus. He's the one that told us about Engeleft. And it's a crazy coincidence that Edwina is actually doing her research on it. And to the Mage's Guild.
What do you want?
now. Let's remember how to get through this maze. Oh, that was easy. Hello, Fakasha. Alderun, please. Ah, the only way to travel. Thank you, Arenal. Now let us speak with Anduino. Oh. I thought that might be a stairway down. I was wrong. Alright. Anduino.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Well, don't just stand there. Have you found a copy of Chronicles of Engeleft or not? I have, in fact. No need to be rude. You actually found a copy. Excellent. Now give the book to me. I'm impressed, Conjurer. I hope you are always this efficient. Well, speaking of efficiency, do you have any more tasks for me? And you didn't give me any reward. Okay. I've been waiting for ages to get a Detect Creatures potion from Skink in Tree's Shade in Sadroth Mora. It's simply taking Skink forever to finish it. Go to Wolverine Hall in Sadroth Mora and bring the potion back to me as soon as Skink is finished. Well, seems easy enough. Another fetch quest from the Taskmaster. And as befits our rank, we shall do it. Now, actually we don't need the guild guide. We can actually recall directly to our room in Balmora, then go talk to Caius. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, we met with that foul conjurer of Bonewalkers who cursed us, so we need to go to the temple to restore our endurance as well. We can do that in Balmora as well. Huzzah! Ah, our old barracks room. Looks like nothing has changed. So, first let's hit the temple and get cured.
So what's this regarding?
And did we get restocked? No. I could use another quiver of arrows. So let's hit the temple, get cured, and then talk to Caius. It's good to be back in Balmora. I feel like this is our home. Shrine of St. Laevus. Sure. Oh, actually I need a specific one, don't I? Realm's Grace? Nope. I'm gonna be very devout today. I think it's up the ramp. We need the Almsimi restoration, I believe.
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
Yes, I know. I've not done my pilgrimage yet. However, I do need to get to that shrine. If you'll excuse me, madam. Thank you. Almsimi restoration. Yes, that's the one. Except we need more. Or we might have resisted it. Ah. Are we restored? $72. Oh, does the orc belt... Why do we have a 2 extra endurance? Or is that normal? Oh well. I think we are fully cured. Let's just be certain. Yeah, we'll take it. Alright, off to Caius. So, we have successfully welcomed Zain Subani into the fold of the Blades. So now we just have to report to Caius. He has told us a plethora of information about the Ashlanders in general, and the Nerevarine prophecies in particular. And fortunately for us, he wrote us all down, so we don't have to recite it to Caius. So, let's just talk to Caius, hand him the note, and then we'll probably be off doing some more guild tasks.
You seem like very good company.
Easy, fella. How much skooma have you had? Greetings, Caius. I have returned. Are you here to discuss your orders, Laevus, or is there something else you want? Let's discuss my orders. Thanks for your report, but keep Zain Zubani's notes on the Ashlanders. You'll need them. I'm promoting you and sending you to the Urshalaku camp to speak with Sul Matil and Nibani Mesa. Before you go, I think it may be time to tell you what's going on. So you already knew what was going on, and you've kind of played me like a patsy. The Emperor and his advisors think you have the appearance of meeting the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies. That's why you were pulled out of prison on His Majesty's authority and sent to me. So you could satisfy the conditions of the Nerevarine prophecies and become the Nerevarine. Here, this is a decoded copy of the coded package you gave me when you arrived. Read it later. It should explain everything. As you'll see in the decoded message, the Emperor and his counselors say you have the appearance of satisfying the conditions of the prophecy. Do you really satisfy the prophecy? Are you really the prophesied Nerevarine? At first I thought we were just supposed to create a persuasive impostor. Now I don't know what to think, but I am sure of one thing. This is not just primitive superstition, and we will treat it seriously, just as His Majesty commands. So, Zain Zubani says Sul Matul and Nibani Maisa at Urshalaku camp are the heads of the Nerevarine cult, so I'm sending you to speak with them. Tell them your story, and have them test you against the Nerevarine prophecies. As heads of the cult, they can best judge whether you satisfy the prophecies. When you've spoken with them, report back to me. Here's 200 drakes for the expenses, and pick up essential supplies at Fort Moonmoth. Do you know where their Urshalaku camp is? Zain Zubani says the Urshalaku camp lies close to the Sea of Ghosts, north of the village of Margan, on the northern coast of Vardenfell. The fastest, smartest way to reach Margan is to take a silt strider from Balmora to Aldrun, and from Aldrun to Margar. Yeah, that's not going to happen. In Margan, look for a scout named Nuelo Titus at Margan Outpost. She'll be able to tell you how to reach Urshalaku camp. Now wait a minute. I want to look at this decoded message first. Spymaster Caius Cosades, Knight-Errant of the Imperial Order of Blades, Director of Imperial Intelligence in Vardenfell, District Eastern Provinces. I have the honor to acquaint you with His Majesty's wishes concerning Laevus, an individual of no rank or consequence. Laevus has been released from prison by His Majesty's authority and sent to you with this missive. Laevus is to be entered as a novice in the Imperial Order of Blades, and is to serve under your absolute authority as you shall see fit, except insofar as His Majesty's particular wishes are concerned. His Majesty's particular wishes are as follows. A local superstition holds that an orphan and an outcast, a youth born on a certain day to uncertain parents, shall unite all of the tribes of the Dunmer, drive out the invaders of Morrowind, and shall re-establish the ancient laws and customs of the Dark Elven nations. This orphan and outcast is called, in legend, the Nerevarine, and is supposed to be a reincarnation of the long-dead Dunmer general and first counselor, Lord Indoril Nerevar. Laevus has the appearance of meeting the conditions of this local superstition. Therefore, it is His Majesty's desire that Laevus shall, insofar as possible, satisfy the conditions of this ancient prophecy and shall become the Nerevarine. Though this prophecy is indeed only an ancient local superstition, His Majesty has taken counsel on this matter with his most expert informants and confidants, and His Majesty is persuaded that the prophecy is genuine and significant, either in its entirety or in its several parts, and he earnestly demands you treat this matter with utmost seriousness. Certain aspects of this ancient superstition are described at the end of this document, and further materials will be forthcoming by courier at the earliest occasion. It will of course be necessary that you acquaint yourself better with the details of this ancient superstition from your local resources. Since this matter intimately concerns Laevus, it is expected that you will employ Laevus to gather the information on this subject. His Majesty has taken a great personal interest in the legends and prophecies of the Nerevarine and eagerly awaits your reports. I have the honor to be, Sir, your most humble and obedient servant, Galabrio Belenius, personal secretary to the Emperor. Galabrio Belenius. Wow, this is a lot to take in, Caius. My gut tells me that this isn't true. I'm not the hero of some prophecy. In fact, I think I'm going to take leave for a bit, think this over, and maybe I'll get back to you. I just highly believe that an orphan from the Imperial City who was a thief and a criminal and imprisoned for such actions would be the hero of some prophecy in a foreign land. I just have trouble believing that. I don't believe it for a second. So, Caius, I bid you adieu, and we'll probably talk again soon. I just can't believe it. It's utter nonsense. So, in the meantime, I'm going to continue performing tasks for the guilds I've joined. I feel like I've formulated my own agenda for my time here. And so, until I get that path set straight,
My time is precious, so make it quick.
then I'll worry about this nonsense about prophecy. So, it's been a long travel day. I think I'm just going to relax in my room, recount all of my possessions there
So
to
what's
make
this
sure that
regarding?
nothing is missing, and then continue with my guild tasks after a rest. So until next time, safe travels.